What up, y'all? So, if you saw part one, you know what I'm talking about. This is part two of the Legend Run. I did some soul searching, and I'm just going to go with Bubble Paladin and get this Legend Run over with. The more and more I looked at data, and the more I looked at the deck list that I could be playing, the more I was just like, oh, let's just knock this thing out. I'm not super happy with this metagame. I think it's fairly boring. A lot of my thoughts are in a video I did ranting about the card changes that they recently did to flight maneuvers, but I'm not going to hammer this one with explanation. The list is self-explanatory, and we're just going to hammer some games out, so let's go. Okay, so probably a 99+% chance this is Herald Shaman, which means Manifested Timeways is incredible. I could keep this just to ensure I have Timeways on 4, or even, yeah. I don't love it, but I think it's okay. It's definitely, might be better just to do this. I mean, I could go with something like this. So you go 3, 4, and then this on turn 5. It's very limited use of the Sandfury Aura with the Bulwark, but I think this is correct, though. So we're going to do this. Alright. Honestly, this hand seems a little bit worse than just keeping the Sandfury and the Scalebreaker, but what are you gonna do? Either way, I think both these hands are a little slow. We've got plenty of things we can draw. Oh, good God. Thank you for that. Oh, there's an egg. Alright, so we got egg into Gnomeregan. We'll see how this goes. I mean, even if they break the egg, I don't think they can kill the 2/2 also. So either way, we're going to get to attack next turn. I would really like to draw a Violet Treasuregill or an Acceleration Aura. I think that's the best way to ensure control of this board. Got their own Twilight Egg, okay. That is fair. I feel like there's an alternate timeline. Whenever I see Flight of the Firehawk, I'm like, what if they left that card alone, didn't nerf it? What if they just gave other classes power buffs? We could just have this really, really crazy format here, and it wouldn't matter that there are nutty cards like, like Prescient Slither Drake or Flight Maneuvers or all this. I don't know. Just my opinion. Who knows? Let's do this. Ooh, best possible. I love that. And I think it's worth it to smack their Twilight Egg, because we don't want that to keep growing. And especially since it's a 3/3, Timeways takes care of that, and potentially the rest of what they play this turn. What are we doing here? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I want to manifest a Timeways now. It doesn't feel super great. I think we're gonna Chronological Aura and just chill here. Could have gone with Nightmare Lord, but I think the Chronological Aura is going to make the next couple of turns even better because it incentivizes them to play minions. It also gives me a board presence for when I play Timeways. So yeah, that makes for a better Timeways turn here. I like this. They're gonna attack? Alright. Okay, so next turn we get to Gelbin. A little tempted to Timeways here, because I can Timeways, activate this on it. I get a 3/5 at the end of the turn. Next turn I Gelbin, which is going to give me, I think, 4 auras, since the acceleration will clear next turn. And then I can follow up with flight maneuvers, one side or the other.
I wonder.
Yeah, let's just run this.
I must move quickly.
Reporting for duty.
It's pretty interesting that they've only heralded one time. I feel like that's a little low for this stage of the game. Only one Skywall Sentinel. Ooh, Toreth is pretty good too. Yeah, I think we're still gonna run with Gelbin, because that's pretty fantastic. Cool.
To battle!
I'll handle this.
You dare stand against me?
I'll handle this.
That's enough.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do to come back from that. And they know I've got the flight maneuvers in hand, so yeah, fairly easy win. Let's just hammer out some games, see how far I can get with this.
Uther versus Jaina.
Every second counts.
I will fight with honor.
I am never worried to be playing against a mage, no matter how cool their hero looks. Very reasonable hand. Probably worth keeping. You could do this, but I feel like this guy is just such good value. Especially considering I have... Yeah, just chilling here. Yeah, throwing back the Sentry just would be messing with a good thing. Ooh, Arcane Flow has entered the chat. Oh, double Arcane Flow has entered the chat. Oh my god, and we're just drawing arguably the best card in the deck. The only thing that makes this sweeter is drawing a Sandfury Aura. Inspiring Maul would be cool too, but oh my god. Okay. Well, we're just literally having the best possible game. Just... That's crazy. Okay. I believe that's what the spirituals call I manifested it. Sure. Oh my god. This is like a really, really crazy game here. I am very excited for the next couple of turns, because this is just objectively super powerful. Yeah, while I don't think that it's great for the metagame to have decks like this exist, especially with cards like this, Nozdormu is incredible to play, but awful to play against. Although I don't think it's very good for a metagame, it's still pretty awesome to play. I mean, it's hard to argue with just playing powerful cards. Look at that. Sure. And I don't know that Nozdormu is the right play here anymore, because him by himself, he's going to be a 7/7 with Divine Shield. And there is only one more turn of Sandfury Aura, so I guess maybe there's a... Maybe you can make a case for it, I guess. But we're definitely doing this, just considering our life total. And we're going to rewind that, because I think we can do better. 3 life is nothing. That's better. Might as well play this also.
Happening.
Sure. 2 mana, 7/8. Pretty good.
I must move quickly.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of worth... I think it's worth testing this here. Because I put together the flight maneuvers so that next turn we can just do absurdly broken things should a Nozdormu survive. If he doesn't, then okay, we tried. I mean, and hey, if they're devoting a bunch of resources to him, then that's resources that don't go to my face, which is also good. Okay. And they need one more. Do they not have it? Oh, okay. That is fair. Plus a dragon. Come on now. That's just ridiculous.
I wonder.
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Must protect little bot.
Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty good draw for a mage player, but I have a hard time believing they're going to get there. Yeah, this draws out the Arcane Flow. As much as I would like to hit them for 10 to the face, this will retain a minion. I could trade there, but obviously then I'm just down a minion. And that seems bad. There it is. Yeah, card quality is just significantly different between these two classes, so what you gonna do? Alright, and we're off.
Uther versus Nozdormu.
Is this moment.
Okay.
Fight with honor.
This is about to be crazy. Yeah, this is all just incredible. Cannot... Yeah, can't do anything but keep this. I think turn 1 is going to be coin past Gnomeregan into turn 2 Treasuregill, and then turn 3 we've got Manifested Timeways probably. I could go Righteous Protector, but no, we're going to do this. I think I'd like to get the flight maneuvers together as soon as possible, considering I have minions and the ability to get it together by turn 4. Yeah, because I can play Timeways on 3. And then flight maneuvers on 4. Yeah, this is a pretty busted draw here. And honestly, no matter what they play, I think I'm just going to Timeways. Whew, into... Wow.
Who dares disturb the
Sure.
The light dims, but we fight.
sands of time.
Guess I should have attacked and then played the flight maneuvers. I got a little hasty there. What are you going to do? I think this game is very likely going in my favor because Nozdormu next turn is just going to seal the deal. Yeah, like, what do you even do here? It's turn 4, I have 18 attack on board, and I'm going to give most, if not all of my team, +3/+3 next turn. Yeah, they're super dead.
The light dims,
Well played.
but we fight.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I am timeless, but your time is up. Sands of time.
Like, Scalebreaker could be annoying here, but I don't think it's...
I am timeless.
Ooh, okay. Their own Nozdormu is pretty good, but... Alright, so that's double activation, plus the double at the end of the turn. Alright, that's a pretty good response here. Hard to argue with that. Oh, but that... oh my god. That is even more busted, though. That's so crazy. Alright, I think we need to get rid of their Nozdormu first. So that means...
Pass into time.
we're just gonna throw all these guys... oh no, let's do this here. Yeah, this is actually just bonkers.
But we will fight.
Yeah. You literally can't beat that combination. Nozdormu plus Toreth is just too much. Alright, so that puts us in a win streak. Yeah. Making light work out of this. Alright, let's go.
Uther versus Edwin!
Raise the anchors and hoist the sails.
I will fight with honor.
Yeah, pretty decent hand. Hard to argue with this. It's not the most busted, but it is pretty unfair, I think.
The light dims, but we will fight.
Yeah, it really feels like Blizzard made the Paladin class in a lab, and they made the rest of them, like, in a cave like Iron Man or something. They're just like, well, alright, like, this seems like it goes together. Whereas these ones were like, this specific archetype feels like it was hand-built in a laboratory so that it could destroy an entire metagame. But that's just my opinion, I guess.
I will transcend this world.
As much as I would like to play this guy, I think I'm going to set him up a little differently, because next turn, if I play this next turn, they can go hero power, attack this guy, and then just use this to trade with my Spearheart. They get a Herald off of it, so they've got a minion plus a card, and that doesn't seem like a worthy trade in my book.
I wonder...
Repent!
For justice!
So let's do this. Oh, well, they know my whole hand now. Interesting, they took Acceleration Aura. Yeah, let's just get our double activation here. This for a double activation could be good, but I feel like the value we get off of this
For justice!
is going to be better. Plus, it gives us something we potentially could play here. Oh, that will draw an aura or a flight maneuvers. Either way. Sure.
Repent!
Are you a fan of knives?
Okay. And we can just play another. Okay. I don't love it. Like, it's fine. Definitely not playing Scalebreaker.
Let me think.
I think we're gonna do this. Chronological Aura is a deceptively good card.
Break their ranks.
So this will take out those three. This will be a 6/5. So let's do this then. In order for this game to go against me, I think they're going to need some Lucky Heralds. Because if they haven't gotten them already, then... Like, there's really nothing in the Rogue class right now that is just, like, supremely, inherently powerful. Like, most of the stuff in Rogue is cool and interesting, but, like, it's not, like, you know, Nozdormu powerful. None of it is, like, you know, in the Toreth realm. So, with that being said, you know, the whole thing with Rogue is they need to get a little bit lucky on their heralds or their imbues.
No one will take me from my throne.
Let's get rid of that, and
Calling for reinforcements.
yeah, we're just gonna do that. Ooh, we got a flight maneuvers. Let's go. Yeah, that's too good. So, as if we weren't doing well enough already. Ooh, okay. I assume they have Mistress? The 9-mana guy? Yeah, that's pretty good for them.
Let me think.
Break their ranks.
My brood will inherit this.
Alright, Sinestra's pretty good there. Will it matter? done for Exact. Hard to argue with that. Okay. Well, Sinestra got there. Very well done. Alright, so 3-1 after 4 games. Let's hit it some more.
Uther versus Garrosh.
Victory or death!
I will fight with honor.
I don't love keeping Maul in my opening hand, but I think if this is Dragon Warrior, this gives me a little extra something to deal with minions, because I don't run a lot of removal in a deck like this. Actually, there is quite literally no removal in this deck. I guess Timeways is removal, but it is conditional still, so there's not a lot that I can do otherwise.
What pretty petals!
Ooh. Well, Manifest of Timeways is pretty good there, actually. Because you leave a peddler alone for too long, and it can get very out of hand. Yeah, we're just going to run this. That worked out nicely.
This world is a fire to his glory!
For justice!
The light dims, but we
Alright, Nozdormu turn is coming. This should be sweet.
Behave, you rotten drink!
I have a hard time believing they're going to use that War Axe on my Righteous Protector. So if I can retain the Divine Shield here, that would be even sweeter for the Nozdormu double trigger.
Your fate is twisted with ruin.
Sweet. Thank you, thank you.
I am timeless, but your time is up. For justice!
Repent!
To battle!
Yeah, just busted card. And we've got flight maneuvers for next turn, so it's only going to get worse for them. Yeah, I'm starting to think that in a metagame like this, I'm just probably going to lean into Bubble Paladin very heavily. I normally like to play a good variety of decks, but it can be very defeating to be out here trying to find new things and just constantly reaching dead ends. Like, there are some cool and interesting decks here and there, But I don't see this metagame being reasonable enough that the innovation is going to matter. So maybe I just try to go on like crazy win streaks and stuff and just play Bubble Paladin until I can't anymore. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud here, but that's kind of where I'm at this point. All right, silver 1, almost gold.
Uther versus Lazul.
I foresaw this encounter.
I will fight with honor.
Not sure I want any of these. I think this is... Yeah, I don't love throwing back all the cards in my hand during a mulligan, but sometimes it's appropriate. And yeah, that worked out nicely.
By petal and sword.
I'm kind of tempted to Acceleration Aura next turn because that means I can turn 6 Gelbin. I'm going to give that a try. Might be wrong, but I think it's worth a try here.
Let the scales fall from the eye.
My blood to save the dream.
Whew, that's... Alright, that was really lucky. Wow. And they got that off of Blessing of the Moon? Yeah, that was the luckiest possible. Wow. Incredible. Well, this did not work out well.
Let me think.
I think I gotta do this. Scalebreaker doesn't seem
The light
great.
dims, but we fight.
I must move quickly for justice.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, this is a pretty unfortunate game here. I'm very surprised by this. Yeah, maybe it was... Yeah, maybe it was too cute to try and get the Gelbin out quicker. Because I think it changed the tempo of the game overall. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? They got another one? That's ridiculous. Alright. Well, better to be lucky than good. Chronological, Gnomish, Acceleration, and Sandfury. Let's see if we can survive, or if they'll get another cease to exist. Yeah, what are the odds of that? Because this gives you any playable priest, minion, or spell. That's bonkers.
The end is near.
Alrighty. I think this is the way to go. Just simply because it's going to clear out their minions.
For justice.
Alright, 20 damage, 1 turn. Let's see if it'll matter, though. Well, maybe Gelbin was the right call, but I do feel like I lost a lot of tempo and risked losing the game in those early turns, so I don't know if this decision was justifiable, but it seems like it could still potentially work out.
The end is near.
Wow, yeah, they're still digging. I think we got him. That's crazy. That was lucky. Okay.
Calling for reinforcements.
There it is.
It was your destiny.
Gold 8, so doing pretty well so far. 5-1. Let's hit about 4 more games and see how far I can get.
Uther versus Lady Prestor. You shall pay for my torment.
I will fight with honor.
So, pretty cool hero. There's a lot of cool heroes out now. Blizzard has realized how much money they can make on silly stuff like that. I refuse to spend money on cool heroes. It's very difficult to get me to spend money on Hearthstone.
Breathing.
Like Cataclysm, you know, pre-purchase bundles, that made sense. I was like, all right, fine. But yeah, I never spend money on this type of silly stuff. Hey, if that's your jam, cool, but I come from, you know, a Magic the Gathering background, so it's so hard to buy something and spend all this money on a collectible, you know, if it's not actually in your hand. I used to spend so much money on Magic cards because there was always some sort of resale value. You know, if you're buying something, you can always justify like the potential for the price to increase and be able to resell for, you know, at least some of your value, if not the same or even more. There were many times where I sold cards for more than I bought them for, just because they were bought at good times. But yeah, with Hearthstone, completely different game. I do like that they have set costs for cards. So you know, it costs 1,600 dust to craft a legendary card. You know, like that type of price stability I think is nice for players. But it's still, you know, there's still always the factor of like you're spending money on a digital product that you can never hold in your hand. So really interesting stuff. What to do here? So I gotta watch out for Grave Strength over here. It's not good.
I must move quickly.
I'm very tempted to flight maneuvers here. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it. Then I can go like this and this. And yeah, double, triple activations of Scalebreaker is going to be pretty awesome in another couple of turns. I get, yeah, it's perfect timing for the Acceleration Aura. So next turn I'll have 5 mana, I'll be able to Sandfury Aura and Inspiring Maul. And then turn 6, this will go off 4 times. That's assuming we don't just lose on the next turn if they have Grave Strength. They have 2 corpses though, so I believe it's 5 that you need for Grave Strength in order to get the extra pump. So we should be safe, but we'll find out. Now they have 4 corpses. Yeah, there's no way they can justify a Grave Strength here, so they're going to need at least 1 more turn to set up, which would be ideal, because if they flood the board with minions here, then that's just more stuff for me to get rid of with Scalebreaker. I do like this deck. The whole Unholy Rune Death Knight deck is pretty interesting.
Justice.
Look at all that. And sure, you know, I could have held up the weapon and just let it go twice, but that just means, yeah, next turn they have to play stuff that's gonna have 4 more health, or just nothing at all.
The exit is this way.
Yeah, why? They're just making more corpses, which is something. I mean, this gives them double corpses, but still. Not sure how good that is. Alright, let's get rid of this first. Because we don't need them getting double corpses on everything over there. Sure. Yeah, they need more Reborn, Divine Shield. Only one Divine Shield, so yeah. We're going to take out basically all of those. Well then.
I wonder.
Trying to figure out if playing the flight maneuvers is worth it, because that gives this Divine Shield so I don't actually have to trade. I can just hit it, and then this will kill everything.
Calling for reinforcements.
Ooh, into another Sandfury. Oh, that's dirty. That's so dirty. Jeez. Okay, so they finally get rid of it. That's fine. So yeah, maybe the flight maneuvers was the right call, because that would have saved me multiple minions in all of this, but it's fine. Into Blob of Tar? How rude.
We'll take it down together.
You fight well.
Sure. Chowdown is a pretty good card.
I must act.
Well, look at that.
Calling for reinforcements.
Nice. Not bad at all. I'm very glad they haven't had a Grave Strength anywhere in here. That could have changed a little bit of this game, but not sure how much.
Place this sanctuary.
I must act.
Well, that's an annoying card. Mekkatorque Egg. Okay. Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. I used to play this card all the time. Alright, let's get rid of this, I think. I'm not sure if I want to throw this on something. I think we're going to do this and this.
Reporting for duty.
At this point, I should be able to outvalue them as long as they don't draw another Chowdown, another Last Stand, or another Shadows of Yesterday. And even so, I can fight through most of those. Chowdown is the most difficult to fight through. That card is incredible value. It's, 8 mana for 25 attack. You get 5/5/4 undeads. And then you can give them Rush by spending 8 corpses. So, still a fairly reasonable game to be able to take down, but interesting. And they've got 15 cards left. Yeah, we're Ooh, that's pretty good. Is that enough here? 5, 12, 15, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Plus they got to get through that, so 18. Alright, not too bad. I think we start with this. Wow. Well, we get our chronological Drake at the end of the turn, thankfully, but...
Reporting for duty. I must move quickly.
I think that means I should do this. I just have to hope that they don't have another... pretty much anything. Yeah. The Grave Strength would be awful. I guess Grave Strength, yeah, that does win them the game, I guess, but what else? Nice.
Stand strong.
Whoo! Alright, looks like we probably got them here. Oh my goodness. Naturally, when we don't have any auras left, that's a bummer.
To battle!
Reporting for duty.
Oh my god, with the slow roll. You either got it or you don't, man. Come on now. I swear, if they play some chow down nonsense right here, that would be the worst possible. Come on. Alright, after this long, seems likely that this is ours, but... And just so you guys know, if you're in this position, and you just leave the game, that makes you an a-hole. I'm just letting you know. Because then the other person has to just sit here and go, I wonder, do they have it? I wonder, I mean, maybe they do, maybe they don't. I mean, you're going to sit here till the rope. Yeah.
Too much.
That is an a-hole. That's too much. Alright, 6-1. Moving on. Good God. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, gold 4. Making good progress.
Uther versus Celeste!
Let us celebrate a new beginning.
I will fight with honor.
I've kept double Gnomeregan before, and that's not the call. I don't think this is the call either. Pretty sure... Yeah, that seems good. Quest Mage, okay.
The light dims, but we will fight.
Well, this combination is pretty brutal. I would like a couple minions on board when I drop this guy, so I think the Chronological Aura helps a decent amount. I was thinking about going with these two last turn and saving the coin, but I think this is better. Yeah, this is turn 4. This is crazy.
Make a wish.
Okay. And yeah, that seemed all right. Yeah, evocation there seemed like a really bad call.
The day is yours.
Yeah. 7-1. All right, gold 1. Doing well.
Uther versus Arthas.
I will fight with honor.
Could do this. I don't love it. Like, if they're Unholy Death Knight, like 2 games ago, then this guy's fantastic, but against Herald Death Knight, not amazing. It's okay. I mean, it's good against pretty much everything, but yeah, I'm gonna try this. I think this is probably, all right. Oof. All right, so it seems like it is Unholy Death Knight. That's pretty good. All right, let's see if we can do this. If we could just get to turn 5 without dying. This is crazy. Yeah, that Manifested Timeways would have been killer here. It's so much more common that you play against Herald Death Knight than it is this Unholy one, so I'm a little surprised to be playing against it twice in 3 games. But I guess on a Legend run, it makes a little more sense. People are probably out here trying to make as much progress as possible. Yeah, it's always interesting how at the beginning of a season, new month starts, people want to get to Legend, and so they're just playing the good decks. They don't mess around with all the random ones like Herald Death Knight, which really isn't a very fantastic deck. Kind of hard not to Chronological Aura here.
My father sends his greetings, mortals.
Well then. Victor Nefarious. I like this card a lot. I just haven't found a deck that I want to play it in. I feel like it isn't exactly in line with the Unholy strategy normally, but hey, I could be wrong. God, Manifested Timeways would go so hard here.
Let me think.
Sure, I think this is a pretty awful position, so might as well play our most powerful cards and just see if they get there. Oh. Alright, this is not just the normal Unholy Rune. This is something else. It may still play Grave Strength. So far, they haven't shown us any other runes. It's very interesting, though. Ooh, okay, and they're willing to sacrifice minions for that. Very interesting. Gosh, into Nightmare Lord, darn it. So we could go Nightmare Lord and hope for Manifested Timeways that cost 2 less. That is the only thing that would really make a huge difference here. Otherwise, it's like Treasuregill, Gnomish Aura. Yeah, the likelihood of this is so low. Yeah, I think I've got to do this. Jeez. Okay then. All right, 7-2. Sure, buddy. One more game.
Uther versus Tyrande.
You give me strength.
I will fight with honor.
I mean, we could just win with Spearheart into Nozdormu, but let's find out.
Calling for reinforcements.
Okay. Ooh, well, look at that. I'm actually going to do all of this.
But we fight.
We'll take it down together.
Nice. I think this makes Nozdormu that much more fatal. Oh, wow.
wonder.
We'll take it down together for justice.
I am timeless, but your time
I was trying to figure out maybe it's worth it to like wait one turn, get the double activation out of Nozdormu next turn, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to have minions, and giving my minions Divine Shield is the best way to, or it's going to give them much more likelihood to land till next turn, so I don't know. We'll see.
By petal and sword.
Okay, I think they are just dead. This is what, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, plus another 3 is 20.
For justice.
In addition to this bump.
pass into time.
We'll take it down together.
Craziness. Alright, that's a great way to end here. But yeah, going 8-2. Bubble Paladin's pretty good. Who would have thought? Alright, so ending at Platinum 10. And yeah, I'm just going to keep going with Bubble Paladin. Probably just going to take this through the Legend run. And then once I've actually made Legend, maybe play around with some other decks. But like I was talking about in the video, it's a little tough to justify playing just random things because this metagame is very imbalanced and just all over the place. So I'm hoping that the class sets that are coming soon are going to be interesting enough that they make a difference in the metagame. The ley lines for Mage seem pretty interesting. Those are worth looking up if you haven't seen them yet. But yeah, otherwise, it is what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Definitely check out the other videos on the channel. I've been playing a little bit less than normal lately because this metagame's just been so weird. I've been trying to find the right things to play, and it just haven't found anything amazing. But there are some cool videos recently. There's a Blastoise Demon Hunter build, which is like a Herald Demon Hunter. I've played Aggro Paladin. I've played Dragon Warlock. There's Marithra Druid, Aggro Druid. Like there's a couple things out there that I do think are kind of interesting, just sadly not as competitive as I'd like them to be in this metagame. So big thank you. If you guys are already following, I appreciate you. Feel free to drop a comment. I do respond to every comment, whether you are nice or mean, so have at it. Peace and love, guys. Catch you next time.